Health Secretary Sajid Javid said a direct Russian attack on a NATO member is very unlikely, but not impossible. He told BBC's Today programme it would trigger a response from the alliance. Even if a single Russian towcap steps into NATO territory, then it will be considered an act of war. Ukraine's president warned it was only a matter of time before a NATO member was struck following a Russian attack on a base in close proximity to the Polish border. The Yavoriv base was previously used by NATO to train Ukrainian soldiers. Military expert Justin Bronx says this is a signal from Russia that equipment and personnel from the West are legitimate targets once they cross into the conflict zone, confirmed in a statement from Moscow on the weekend.
This is Russia making its first serious attempt to interdict the flow of supplies from the West into Western Ukraine and thence towards either Kiev or across towards Kharkiv or Odessa.
Several buildings collapsed after Russian missiles hit. Ukraine's governor of the Lviv region said 35 people were killed and over 130 wounded in the attack. Russia said the strike killed up to 180 foreign mercenaries and destroyed a large amount of weapons supplied by outside nations. In the Polish village of Wielkie Oczy, a mile from the Ukraine border, people were awoken early Sunday morning as the attack hit. They flocked to church the next day to seek answers and comfort. The church was packed with only a little standing room. On the way into worship, Lucina Lisica told how a huge explosion woke her up. Her husband rushed to the balcony to see what was going on.
When he was standing out on the balcony, he saw a blast of light. The neighbors went to their balconies too, and we were all in shock. We were afraid.
Churchgoer Franciszek Sawicki also heard the strike and said his son went out on the balcony to check what was happening.
We could see the glow above the forest. It was very noisy and I heard a loud explosion. At that moment, I knew it was an attack near the border.
The barrage marked an escalation of Moscow's offensive and moved the fighting perilously close to the Polish border. Poland is a transit route for Western military aid to Ukraine. Kostemenes, NTD News.